What's going on, guys? Jacob Brothers here, and I want to talk to you guys about the Battle for Texas event. It's going to be happening on May the 6th. It's going to feature the Houston Outlaws taking on the Dallas Fuel. But the actual coolest part of the event is that Checkpoint XP is going to be doing our own stream. We're going to be showing off all the cool things going around. We're going to be walking around the floor, interacting with the crowds, and Erica's going to be there too. It's the first time that Overwatch 2 is being shown off to the public. It's the first live event in over 2 years, and it's going to be really awesome. And we really hope to capture the energy at the event. So it's going to be on twitch.tv at Checkpoint XP. We better see you there. And be sure to follow us on our Twitch right here. And when you want to get your tickets, get them right here. We'll see you guys there, and don't forget to like and subscribe. Hello and welcome to CXP on Campus. I'm your host, Jacob Brothers, and joined with me, as always, is the wonderful Erica Sidora. Erica, how are you today?
I'm doing pretty great. How are you doing today, Jacob?
I'm doing even greater, but something that's doing the greatest is this week of On Campus. This week in the queue, we're going to hit you guys with some more Esports Commissioners Cup news, a Call of Duty team caught cheating, preview review, and some Age of Empires, all coming up in this week of On Campus. Don't go anywhere. Hello again, friends. Your two hosts are still here. We are here to talk about the Esports Commissioners Cup. We've talked about it before, but a lot more information has come out, and it's objectively awesome. So, first off, what you need to know is that it's now called May Madness. So it's like the Esports Commissioners Cup and May Madness. It's trying to go for the same thing as March Madness, which we'll get to in a second. It's going to be happening on May 7th and 8th in Atlanta at the Gateway Center Arena. It's going to be co-produced by the Atlanta Hawks, College Park Skyhawks, Skillshot Media, CSMG, and Esports U. We've talked about Esports U in the show before. It is now going to be the largest collegiate event of all time. And what does that mean? What it means is that it's going to be a festival. It's literally a 2-day festival spread across like 5 different esports tournaments. So at this festival, there's going to be food trucks, there's going to be live music, a career fair, networking, cosplay, costume contest, the works. As far as the tournaments itself, it's going to involve 64 schools and about, 480 players. No big deal. Only about
Small
500
number.
collegiate esports players. Yeah. The tournaments are going to be Overwatch, Rocket League, Smash Bros, Valorant, and NBA 2K. Personally, I cannot wait to watch the Rocket League and Smash Bros at a festival. Have some like food truck food. Watching Sonics do a 3-piece combo. I kind of can't wait. Um, and so there's been qualifiers going on Esports U for the past couple of weeks. And so all these qualifiers are leading up to this event that will be happening live. And tickets are on sale. Tickets are going to be just a measly $15, not 20, not 30, $15 for 2 days of a festival. If you want to go for 1 day, it's only $10. And prices increase after May 1st. Now, surely you're thinking, it can't be that much cooler. When you get a ticket, you have the option to win one of 3 things, or you get put in the running to win one of 3 things. Either you could win tickets to the Super Bowl, you could win a trip to Hawaii, or you can win tickets to the season opener of the Hawks, the Atlanta Hawks, which are all kind of ridiculous to be possibly winning for going to an esports festival, a collegiate esports festival.
Right.
And the coolest part of all is that Erica and I are going.
We
Erica,
are.
yeah. Erica and I are going to be going to this festival, and we would love to meet you. And so, Erica, what is your level of hype for this event?
On a scale of 1 to 100, I would say 200. You mentioned the food trucks, and I'm thinking like, oh, I already have so much fun watching games, but with good food truck food, and then people who you've really never met in person are finally like just chilling with you, and you're having this like really great group event. 200 level of hype. What is your hype level, Jacob?
I haven't really been able to go to a physical event for a reason that we're all aware of, and for my first physical collegiate event to be a 2-day festival where I can actually eat a really fattening burger while watching Super Smash Brothers, honestly sounds like the best possible way to interact with that world. And we'll be talking to so many people. If you guys are there walking around, we would love to meet you. And it's going to be awesome. So again, May 7th and 8th, tickets are $15, and you can find that at cecc.com or sorry, cecc.gg, and you should get your tickets before May because then the prices will go up. And we hope to see you there. Coming up next, we're going to talk about a Call of Duty team cheating in the tournament right after this. Hello, friends. We are still here. And there's a saying in the world that goes something along the lines of cheaters never prosper.
Ooh.
And that appears to be the case here. Erica, what do we need to know about this story?
Man, breaks my heart. Because during a 2v2 tournament on Checkmate Gaming for Call of Duty Vanguard, player Kenji was seen to be a little suspicious. In an effort to debunk this, he actually turned on his monitor during gameplay to show them that he wasn't cheating. But unfortunately, it backfired because his stream actually displayed wall hack cheats. He didn't think that one through, and it was a little embarrassing. And when you check out the clip that's going to play momentarily, you'll see how stunned he will be and how stunned of the rest of the audience will be.
And I can kill that person. No, he's by the multi-windows. No, outer on me. I'm fucked. They're both there.
So, Jacob, what do you think of this event?
So it resulted in Grand Canyon University getting banned from this tournament, which is a real shame. But you know, I don't really know how you do that. I don't know how you use wall hacks in a 2v2 Call of Duty tournament.
Right.
And then you're like, let me show you my screen to show you that I'm not cheating for the stream to then show the rectangles through the wall. No, I'm not familiar with that Call of Duty perk, but I haven't played Vanguard, so maybe I'm a little out of the loop. But yeah, that was not the move. And it makes me wonder, honestly, what kind of cheating there is in the college space. I hope very little to none, but we really don't know. But also, I don't think that there's many games that are major in college esports where you can cheat that much. Like I'm not too familiar with. I mean, I'm very familiar with Rocket League, but I'm not familiar with Rocket League cheats. There's not really a cheat that lets you flip reset. So yeah, this was not the move.
It was unexpected as well. I mean, in the league community, we just say get good instead of cheating. Just get
Yeah.
good.
Well, and be super toxic to your opponents.
Oh yeah, most definitely. That
Yeah,
also helps.
yeah. Oh, sure. Yeah. Definitely helps. That's the League of Legends way. But yeah, it's unfortunate this happened. Grand Canyon University is a really good school. They've done well in a lot of tournaments, so hopefully they bounce back from something like this. But yeah, cheaters never prosper. Don't cheat. You don't need to see rectangles through walls. Just click on heads. How hard can it be?
But get
Um,
good.
yeah, just get good, bro. Just click on heads. And so that's our cheating story. And coming up next, we have our preview review coming up right after this. What's up, gamers? Jake, your brother, still here. Eric Zadora still there across our metaphorical desk. And this is a infamous review. And if you know that I'm talking, you know what's about to come out of my mouth, and it's League of Legends. Just kidding. I'm here to talk about Halo. Playoffs are upon us. The first week of playoffs have come and went, and it was interesting to say the least. So 32 teams were there in the beginning, and 8 teams now remain, at least in the top bracket. And most of the games were not competitive. I would say about 90% of the games were 3-0 sweeps, and only 2 games went to a 3-2 final. One of the best matches of the first 2 rounds, actually, though, was Utah Valley narrowly beating the University of Kentucky in one of those 3-2 matchups. And the biggest shock in the first week was Ryerson sweeping Buckeye Gaming Collective, just 3-0. Buckeye Gaming Collective played a lot of good schools in the not playoff part of the tournament, and they looked like they were going to go really far. And Ryerson said nay. And so then there were 8. And these next 4 matches are actually going to be exceptional from what I can tell you. And so it's going to be Urbana-Champaign taking on Boise State, Uona Dragons versus Rutgers, Ryerson fighting Utah Valley, and ASU versus Texas State. All these teams are really good and swept pretty much all their opponents. And so I think that those matches are going to be a real thrill. The second round of playoffs are going to be happening on May 15th, starting at 8 p.m. EST. And then the grand finals will be on April 16th. So this is the last week of playoffs. Yeah, and that's Halo. Erica, what can you tell us about League of Legends?
Actually covering Halo this week. Just kidding. I'm covering League of Legends. So for Proving Grounds, we are finally moving into the final rounds, and we of course have our fan favorite teams like Golden Guardians Academy, Team Liquid Academy. All of these brilliant teams move on to the last brackets. Yesterday, we saw Golden Guardians and Team Liquid have a little bit of a match, a little bit of a series, and a little bit of a blunder because Team Liquid actually faced Golden Guardians last season, and it was incredible to see how big their improvement is. I actually want to shout out the insane Viego on the Golden Guardian side because his plays will make you gasp because it's so scary and he's very, very brave Viego plays. I'll say that for sure. On April 15th, there will be the final round of these two teams because we are going to be moving into the grand finals. So if you want to check out that game, April 15th on Friday, check out Academy's Twitch. You will be seeing Immortals versus Team Liquid Academy, and it will be a banger. For the rest of the esports around the world, here are our interns.
Hello everyone, as always, my name is Mel, and let's jump right into the Collegiate Overwatch news. So, the Overwatch Collegiate Championship Series 2022 completed last weekend. The top 4 teams are, at first, Maryville, Northwood, second, in third, HU Storm, and in fourth, Redbirds. Maryville had a strong showing throughout the winners bracket, with their closest match being 3-2 against Northwood in the winners finals. Redbirds fell 3-0 to HU Storm in the losers bracket semifinals, and Northwood won 3-0 against HU Storm in losers bracket finals. Maryville met Northwood once again in grand finals for another close match as Maryville beats Northwood 3-2 again. Congratulations and GG's to Maryville. And with that, the OWCC is wrapped up for the spring until fall, where we will most likely see Homecoming return. And I can't wait.
Hey everyone, welcome back to your weekly preview review of Valorant. I am Jack Bridges, and today we're going to be covering the championship for the CEA Collegiate Valorant tournament that's been going on. If you were here last week, I told you guys that it was going to be SJSU Blue versus Cal Poly Pomona Blue in the championship of this tournament. And for those of you that don't remember, about a month ago when we were covering the Battle Academy Winter Saga, SJSU Blue is actually the team that ended up coming out on top and winning that tournament as well. So they are definitely the team to beat in this tournament. So Cal Poly Pomona Blue has been surviving and advancing thus far to make it to the championship. So they are the underdog going into this match, but let's see what both these teams can do. So in the first match, SJSU Blue took a very exciting victory on Icebox. It was 13-11. They won on attack, and it was really close. It came down to the end. It was just a few things didn't go Cal Poly Pomona Blue's way, and SJSU Blue took the win in the first match. In the second match, SJSU Blue took their first win in stride and took a commanding 13-6 victory on Ascent. They had the lead for most of the game. I believe they were up 12-4 and then gave up a few rounds before closing out the second match. And in the third match, the clean sweep was complete as SJSU Blue took their final win 13-5 on Breeze, never looking back from that first win on Icebox. Really crushed the spirits of Cal Poly Pomona Blue, but congratulations to both teams for making it this far. SJSU Blue continuing to prove that they are the team to beat in Collegiate Valorant, and Cal Poly Pomona Blue proving that they are going to be here to stay in the future for Collegiate Valorant. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and we hope to see you next week for next week's Valorant preview review.
Hello, this is Jose with your weekly CSGO rundown. Let's get to it. Starting off, round 3 and 4 of the NACE CSGO conference playoffs had many surprises to say the least. Both UT Austin and Drexel went into their match having not lost a single round in the playoffs. This would change, however, with number 2 seed UT Austin losing to Drexel 1-2 in a match that pushed both teams to their limits. In another interesting development, that round, Kennesaw State Gold would go on to defeat number 1 seed RIT Orange 2-0. Kennesaw managed to stave off RIT in the first rounds of each map and refused to give them the momentum they needed to come back for the win. Going into round 4, it wasn't clear who would have the best night, but Kennesaw State and Drexel faced each other and Drexel won in a convincing fashion 2-0. Currently, only Drexel is in the grand finale, having qualified in the winners bracket. Does any team have the tools to defeat Drexel at their current pace? We'll have to wait and see. This has been Jose with your weekly rundown, and I'll see you next time.
CCL is back once again for the final week of the regular season, and it ended with some more bangers of matches. We had number 3 Ottawa and number 13 Texas State sweeping their games, and number 22 Illinois State was able to win their game 3-1. Minnesota Mankato was able to pull off the upset over number 20 Akron, winning their game 3-1. The last two matches saw both them go to the final round at Mat 5, where number 12 Westcliff was able to pull off the upset over number 5 Arizona State, and CU Boulder was able to outlast Texas A&M. Tuesday was a very quick day since every game was over within at most 4 maps. Number 1 Bay State continues their dominance by sweeping number 10 Davenport, as well as Old Dominion, Georgia Southern, and Grand Valley State all bringing out the brooms of their own. The only games that did not end in 3 maps were number 11 Florida State beating number 14 Barry University, and number 17 High Point beating number 25 Shenandoah. Both these games ended 3-1, and that is the end of the regular season. Next week starts the playoffs of CCL.
With rounds 3 and 4 of the losers bracket of the NACE Star League CSGO varsity tournament finished up, we've seen some interesting matchups, so let's go over it. We saw the Michigan Tech Huskies go up against the UCF Knights, with the UCF Knights winning 2-1. Next, we saw a new arrival to the losers bracket, RIT Orange CS, go up against Boiler CS Gold, with RIT winning 2-0. We also saw another newcomer to the losers bracket, the Matthew McConaughey Fan Club, going up against the UCF Knights, with UCF winning 2-0. In round 5 of the losers bracket, we'll see UCF go up against RIT. This matchup will take place April 15th. The winner of this matchup will end up going against Kennesaw State Gold. That's all I got for now. Have a good one, guys.
Thanks, gamers. And with that, that is your preview review. Coming up next, we're going to be talking about some Age of Empires and collegiate credit after this. Hello for the last time. Jacob's still here. Erica's still there. And we're here to talk about some Age of Empires getting you college credit. So this is an interesting little story that popped up. So there are two University of Arizona professors that partnered with the makers of Age of Empires to create educational content. And so basically what it is that students can complete the story of Age of Empires 4, which are like 4 campaigns, and then you can take like a historical time period test, and then you get an hour of credit, which is you get an hour of credit, which is usually like 45 hours of traditional studying. And so you can use Age of Empires, which goes from the Dark Ages to the Renaissance, and then you learn about it through clicking on people, and then you take a test about the whole time period, and you get college credit. Kind of actually the coolest thing ever. Yeah, Erica, what are your thoughts when you hear something like that?
My first thought is I'm really jealous because if I got to, learn history through a game, I feel like I'd be a history whiz. Okay, if I'm stuck reading a book for like 45 hours of traditional studying, I'm not going to retain anything. Sorry to all my professors who are listening. I struggle with reading, but if it's through a game, oh, easy peasy. And the great thing about this is they can actually see this in real time. I believe Age of Empires has historical figures in it as well, so it's very interactive and very educational. So I'm for it.
Yeah, no, there's few games where you can get away with something like this because it's like, oh, Tarkov or Arma for
Mhm.
history. You can't do that. Or even like Assassin's Creed, like back when they were still good. Even then, it was like, oh, here's the Italian Renaissance, but now you're going to use the Apple of Eden and fight like multiple of the same dude. So like it'll just
Right.
derail instantly. And so there's very few opportunities in the world where you can actually make this kind of a thing happen. But I would love to somehow see more of it. And yeah, so if you're at the University of Arizona, take that history class. But with that is our show. We really appreciate you guys watching. For more, check out our stuff at checkpointxp.com. And remember that we will always and forever be on plus ultra. Love you guys. You guys have a great week.